Hello, I think I'm live. I'm gonna wait a few minutes before I start to see if anybody joins me. How is everyone doing? I realize some people might watch this as a recording. So this is my first Facebook Live. It's a little bit outside my box, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to be doing some tags and treats. And basically, around this time of year, actually, I start planning for the holidays a little bit earlier. Well, at least thinking about it. I don't necessarily start making things, but I at least definitely start thinking about it. I start planning. And so this year I wanted to plan a little early. I'm going to test over here. So give me 1 second and make sure I got on properly. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. There's a little delay on my computer, but okay, sorry about that. Like I said, it's my first one, so I'm testing it out a little bit. Anyhow, so I am, if I look down, it's just that I'm checking to make sure that I'm in the right spot here. I decided to jump on and give you a little bit of notice in case anybody can join me. If not, it'll be recorded. And do some holiday projects. And so meanwhile, I wait just a couple of minutes. I like to make things that are quick and easy. I really, although I like projects that are very elaborate, those are like a once in a big while thing. Most of the time I'm doing things that are pretty functional and that I can whip up a few of them to give, and that doesn't take too much time. If you know me much or at all, you know, I have 3 kids, 3 girls, and so they're 11, 9, and 2, and so my time's limited, and I've been working more, and so, but I still like to make cute things. So I'm gonna change the angle of the camera and go down to my desk, and I'll start showing you what I have so that you don't just hear me talk. Everything that I'm going to show I put in a blog post, and so you can go, the link is there in this post, but it's myrastamps.blogspot.com, and I basically put all the products I used. So if you want to do that, give me 1 second. All right, hopefully you can see there. Let me flip the angle there. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to back up a little bit. And again, like I said, this is live. So, okay, it's a little bit of a smaller spot than I was hoping, but let me show you one at a time. Since that's what the, what this will allow. I'm basically featuring, Stampin' Up! Has these new acetate card boxes here, and they are all ready to go, which is my kind of product. They're pre-cut and scored, and you just have to fold to put them together. And so this makes it really easy when you want to put something together to just fill it and decorate it, and you have a nice little container, and it's really sturdy. It's a really heavy acetate. All right, so there we are. If you can see there, so it's really sturdy. So I really like these. They come in a 10-pack. They're $6.50. And you can fill them with lots of goodies. So let me show you what I've filled mine with. So this is the first one I made. And this is a a Christmas one. And it says eat, drink, and be merry, which I think is perfect. I filled it with some Starbucks hot chocolate. If you've had this, it's really, really good. It's not your typical Nestle hot chocolate. It is definitely a more rich adult hot chocolate. So, my favorite. So, so that's what I put in here. And actually, I put a little test tube that just pretend that it's filled up with marshmallows. Okay? Because I don't know if they don't have them yet at the grocery store, but I couldn't find them. But I will fill them up with them. Okay, so there's one. And then I'll show you a Halloween one I did. So this one is the same box, except that I cut it in half. And I'll show you what I mean. I basically took a box and I cut it in the middle line. They're 6 by about 4.5, and so I cut it at 3 inches. And that way I could have this little open look here. So these are little fancy hot chocolates. I mean, not hot chocolates, just fancy chocolates. They were at the checkout counter right there, you know, where you pay at the grocery store, all that candy and stuff. They were about 88 cents each or something like that, or $1. But I thought this would be a nice little gift for a grown-up. And I put it back right. And I filled it with some paper shred. So for these, I'm using, I'll show you the stamp sets in a minute. Here's another one. This one is Thanksgiving themed. And this one I filled with a chocolate pack, not chocolate, I'm sorry, coffee, a biscotti. Basically one day I just went over to the grocery store and I walked around to see what little things I can fill in these little containers. And so this was one of them. I thought it looked pretty and it matched my colors on my designer series paper, which is this one. It's the Painted Autumn Designer Series paper. And so it has all these fall colors there, and the back sides are a little bit different. So lots of pretty fall colors. And then my last one is this one. It's probably my favorite, actually. So I got these ideas from Patty Bennett at Patty Stamps, and also from Cindy Wilkinson at Just Sponge It. They are two very creative people, and I love to check out their blogs. And Patty did something like this, and Cindy did something like this where she cut the boxes, and I just thought that was so clever. So this one is filled with Ghirardelli chocolates, and which who doesn't love those, right? And basically I put 6 of them in here. I'll show you. And this one we're actually going to make. I'm going to make right now and show you a little bit more detail. But I lined up the Ghirardelli chocolates with the designer series paper, and I put a backing on it just because they were wobbling in there and I didn't like that. So I just cut a garden green designer paper to match, cardstock piece to match this, that looked pretty nice. And so I did that for this, made it a little bit sturdier. And then to attach it to my cardstock, I didn't attach it very strongly because I wanted people to be able to take it off without completely ripping it, so I just put a little bit of snail. always harder putting it back in. There we go. Okay. So, like I said, this one was my favorite. I'm going to be making this right now. So, let me show you the paper that I used. So, Stampin' Up! Puts together a holiday catalog, and so this is the holiday catalog, and there's lots of fun stuff in here, and it tells you what the products are. This paper is actually from the annual catalog because it was just my favorite. I like the traditional colors, and I like the prints, and so this is the one that I chose for today. But it has cherry cobbler and garden green and just lots of fun little prints there. All right, so to wrap the Ghirardellis, which if you're not familiar with Ghirardelli, which probably is no one, this is the little box I bought. I think it was $2.50 or $3. And there's 10 in there, so I don't know, about 40 cents each. So here's a little tip for these. Okay, because they come, they have these little flaps on them, right? And so when I put them in the box, that didn't sit very well for me. So I just took a little bit of tape and I taped the back. Okay, and because I covered it with designer series paper, you won't be able to see, so I was okay with that because normally I don't use tape very often. So you have this, the designer series piece needs to be 1 3/4 by 4 1/2, and I put that on the blog link, so in case you forget that. What I found easiest to do was to use some Tombow glue. Now, this Tombow glue, Sienna got a hold of it, and it's very, very sticky, but I couldn't find another one, so excuse that. She's 2, she likes glue. What I did was basically I wrapped it around and put some Tombow glue. I like this because it's really strong, and okay, she must have gotten quite a bit of it. All right, it's really strong, and it binds really well. Now we have fast fuse, which some people like. It's not my favorite, but other people really love it. So the Tombow glue is one of my favorite glues. And so typically what I'll do is I'll just put something on it and move it aside so I can keep doing what I'm doing. So I did that 6 times, right? And I just got my designer paper and I cut little strips of the 4 1/2 by 1 3/4 and wrap the chocolates there. For the belly band, I just got my designer paper and this is 3 by 12 and this is 1 1/2 by 12. And I just like the different patterns. I could have chosen the back sides, but I liked the candy cane look. So let's do one. So I'm not just talking about it. Okay, so I'm taking this designer paper and I'm just creasing it on the sides a little bit and wrapping it around, creasing it on the sides a little bit, and taking the glue. You do things like this. I like to do things like this for coworkers or teachers. Sometimes I'll put in a gift card in there. You know, I like to make something pretty, but I like to add in something practical too, you know, or something people like, so that it's, you know, something I spent some time on, but also you know, who doesn't like a Starbucks gift card or whatever it is, right? Okay, so it doesn't take very long for it to glue. Flip it around and then go on to the next piece. And again, I'm just going to crease the sides there a little bit. I do like my edges to match up if I can. Crease it up there. Okay, now I'm going to put some over here and over here. And glue this part. Okay, just, again, just hold a few minutes, not too long. Okay. All right, so I've got my belly band on here done. The stamps that I'm using, I'll show you in the catalog. Okay. So there's this bundle, you know, I like my Punches stamps bundle. So, sorry, I need like 10 tables here to do this. Okay, so this stamp set and this punch comes in a bundle. And it makes it really easy to make tags and to make little labels. That is here in the catalog. Oh, it's down here, sorry. Here on page 12, the Merry Little Labels. Again, this is all on my blog. But I really like the fact that it's easy to use. So for this one, I didn't use one of these stamps, but I could have. There were lots of nice Christmassy options there. But that's how I originally bought this. And then this other set in the catalog also coordinates really nicely. This one is Labels to Love. And again, the idea is to pair it with the punch, and it makes it quick and easy there. So this is the one I'm going to use right now. All right, let's see. So this is way done. I just left it on there for a little bit, but so you would do all of them in this. So I'm just going to take a little scrap there and stamp this on Garden Green, this little label outline. Okay. I'm done with that. Clean that off. And then I can go ahead and punch it out actually. So again, I love the fact that it lines right up there. And I can just punch. And then I'm going to use this Ho 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 here. So these are clear stamps, clear mount, and so you need the acrylic blocks. You get them separately or you might already have them. And you just hold it down for a few seconds. And I'm going to ink it up and take I put it away too soon, the Ho Ho Ho. Now I could have used markers to get that two-tone, but I didn't for some reason because I wanted to make it pop. So I'm just going to cut it out. A little bit closer. Now I'll probably be making a lot of these pretty soon. And for all the holidays, because I really like giving things for Thanksgiving. It's probably one of my favorites. Okay, I'm going to take some dimensionals to put that on. I'm going to try to center it. Oh, there we go. That's somewhat centered. I'm going to take some rhinestones. I could stop there, but I'm going to add a little rhinestones. Add a little sparkle in here. Rhinestones are nice. They're pretty inexpensive, and there's a lot of them in there. Okay, all set. So again, I'm going to grab my dimensionals. Now they come in two sizes. These are the big ones, and then there's minis, which are smaller. I still like the regular size. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of put it off to the right side. And voila! So I would have, you know, added in all my chocolate there, and it's done, and it's a cute little gift. Again, saw that idea and really loved it, and so I just changed up the colors and the greeting, and I think it would make a very pretty gift there. So there's one, and I'll do another. So we're gonna do this this one. Now again, I cut this one in half so that mainly because I wanted the little treats to stick out there. This biscotti's a little bit thick, so it wouldn't have closed the box if I would have done it in a regular box closed. So I decided to cut it. I thought that was really cute too. Doesn't have much room for any paper shred, but if you had something smaller in there, you can add some. All right, so again, you know, same kind of thing. Belly band, right? This is 2 inches because this is 3. Are we still there? Okay. This is 3 inches here, so this is 2, and then this is 1 inch there. So again, I'm just gonna add it up, put it together, and I'll put away my little half boxes here. Sorry. Again, I need like 10 tables here to be able to keep everything. Okay, somehow it disappeared, so I'm going to cut one real quick. I'm not sure how. One sec. Oh, sorry. It's a little thick for the paper cutter. So, everything's okay though. All right, so that's, I just cut that in half, the middle part in half, and crease it up real quick. And same idea, put the belly band around, so hold it there. So I've got this special on my blog, and basically if you spend $50 on products using a code that I put on there, I will mail you a pack of these acetate boxes for free. It's a 10-pack, so you can make 10 little goodies and with whatever else that you decided to get, whatever theme you liked. Okay. So you don't have to hold this too long, but you just hold it for a sec. I personally can't believe it's almost Halloween. I am not ready. And this year I'm somewhat doing our costumes, which I never do. I'm typically, you know, go out and buy them, but trying to do something a little bit different this year. So I'm running out of time. Okay, holding on to that. Who knows, I might just go to Costume City at the end. We'll see. No, at least for 3 out of the 5 of us, I will be semi-homemaking them. Okay, so that should be okay. I'm going to flip it over. So again, I'm using this Labels to Love, and I'm going to use this Give Thanks stamp there. For this one, I'm going to use some markers. And it just makes it easier to give a two-tone look. You can do what I did for the other one. I stamped it and then I cut it. With the markers, you're just going to marker on the side, on the thick side of the marker, the brush side. Oh, wrong side. And then when you stamp it, you have that two-tone look. Okay, it's getting dark. My nice light outside is disappearing. All right. And I'm going to use Whisper White. I'm sorry, Very Vanilla for this one to match my designer paper. So I'm just going to stamp it down. Oh, I forgot a tiny piece of the give, but I can just use my marker to cover that up. So I'm not using that label punch for this. I'm going to use the 1.5 circle punch. So again, I'm going to turn it around and punch. Oops. And put some dimensionals on it to make it pop out a little bit more. And I'm just going to put it in the middle. And there you go. It's the same as this one, except I need treats to put in it. and add there. So, all right. Well, that's the projects that I was going to share with you today. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you're watching the recording later, you enjoy that and you get some ideas. I'll show them all again. So that was my fall themed one. Here is my Halloween. Same idea, little belly band. I added a little ribbon on this one. I got a little, added a little extra there. With that chocolate. This one is the one using that bundle stamps. Eat, drink, and be merry. And with the hot chocolate in there. And my favorite is the little Ghirardelli box, and this one is using that Labels to Love, and pretty easy to make. So hopefully you got inspired to make some things of your own, and contact me if you have any questions, email, Facebook, or you can call me, and go ahead and go to my blog if you would like to check out details on the products here. All right, have a good rest of your Sunday. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to see if I can get out of here. All right, bye-bye.